Hi everyone, this is Kona, and I'm going to show you just how to do some of that basic kind of descriptive stats and the basic kind of counting or tallying up of your categorical stuff. So hopefully you remember, but if not, uh, your categorical data, it doesn't make sense to have a mean or an average or standard deviation for categorical data. What does make sense is just to tally it up or to count it up to see how many in each group you have. Now for numeric data, it makes sense for you to actually have mean, standard deviation, quartiles, all of that good stuff. So first of all, make sure you open up the example data set in Minitab. Then, as kind of a refresher from that refresher to Minitab or that introduction to Minitab, if you remember, you've got C1T. That means your column 1 text. What that T means is that this is categorical data. C2T means column 2 text, which is categorical data. So if you look through, you can see this is all categorical data until C5. That means this is numeric data, C6, numeric data, C7, numeric data. What you should do is make sure to refer back to where I've got the data dictionary. Now what the data dictionary does is give what the question was that went along with this. So text, well, what does text mean? Well, in this case, and what you can see, that text refer to the number of texts that you send and receive during the span of a day, so 24 hours. Social media, how often are you on social media for a day? TV, how much TV do you watch per day? Sleep, how much sleep do you get each day? Hours sleep, how many actual hours? So for this sleep, people had to pick from a category, and you could see some of the different categories: less than 6, 6 to 8, more than 8 for the different categories. For this question, people actually entered in a number for the total number of hours they slept. So hours they exercised, number of glasses of water, 12 ounce, I think, glasses of water people drank a day. Did people have a pet? Work status, so how this was kind of what your work status, so 31 to 40, you've got 0 to 10, don't work, and over 40. I know I said those out of order, but once again, that's categorical. In this question, we actually asked people, how many hours do you work? Here, what time do you do your homework? Here, how many people are in your household? This one is your gender identity, and then what grade do you expect to get in this class? So that's what these mean. So when you actually go to do this for an assignment, make sure you understand what each of these actually represent, and also that you understand which one is categorical. So anything with a T, categorical. If it doesn't have a T, so it's just like a C10, then this is a number, this is numeric. So what do you do to analyze numeric data? Good question, right? So remember how I said we're going to be using stat a lot? Well, in this case, we're going to go up to stat. You go to basic stats and display descriptive statistics. All right, now the nice thing here is that because descriptive statistics don't make sense for categorical data, remember I've said that, you don't even get the option to pick categorical data. The only information that they give you, the only options, so see how it just says 5, 6, 7, 10, and 12, not 1, not 1, 2, 3, 4, is because these are all of the numeric variables. So the nice thing here is you can actually add all of those, and I just clicked and held and then dragged down, or you can select one by one. You can actually select all of these. Click the select, so first click on the variables, so I apologize. So click in the variables box, then highlight all of those, click select so that they're all in there. Then what you want to do is go to statistics, and we don't need the standard error. We do want the mean, we want standard deviation, we want variance. We want first quartile, median, third quartile. We don't need the IQR. I mean, if you wanted to, you could, but we don't need it. We do want the minimum, the maximum. You could do range, but we're not going to go ahead and do range. We don't need the number missing, we don't need the number missing or non-missing and missing, we just want the in total. And there we go. So we then click OK. For this case, we're not going to do graphs, but if you wanted to, you could, but honestly, it's better to do graphs in the other area, the actual graph area up there. And then all we do is click OK. And there you go. Nice, easy, beautiful, right? So what we have is the variable hours sleep, hours exercise, glasses of water, hours worked, and household. So we've got all of our variables. These are our numeric variables. We've got the total count, so that means 22 people answered each question. Then we've got the mean. So for hours sleep, the mean was 7.023. The standard deviation was 1.393. Here's your variance, the minimum, the Q1, median, Q3, and your maximum. So here's all of that beautiful data for each one of your numeric variables. Just absolutely beautiful, isn't it? Yay. Okay, you might not be as excited as I am, but I think it looks pretty awesome. So what would you want to do with this? So for our homework, and I'm just going to go ahead and show you not only how do you find this, but what you do with it. So hold on a second, let me open a Word document. Okay, so I'm back. So for the purposes of our homework, I do not want you to just like copy and paste that. What you need to do is copy it as a picture. So if you could copy it as a picture and then go to your Word document, there'll be other stuff that you'll have, but then you would put descriptive statistics and then paste in. So paste. And there you go. So there you go. Your statistics and descriptive statistics, and here they are. So that is exactly how you would answer that part of that homework question. I mean, obviously different data. So then the next thing you would do is, what about your categorical data, right? So we took care of the numeric. This is what you do for numeric data. Now what do you do for categorical data? So for categorical data, we go up to stat, but this time we're going to go down to tables and tally individual variables. So this is what you do with categorical data. So here, this isn't quite as easy because if you look, they go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. They give you all of it. So this is where you really have to know which one is which, right? So in this case, you would look and say, okay, text, have the T, social media, TV, sleep, but then you'd be like, nope, hours sleep is good, hours exercise, glasses of water. Okay, now we're on to pet and work status, not hours worked. We do want time homework. We do want gender, and we do want grade. All right, so once you have those, we have the count right there. If you wanted, you could do percents. So if you wanted to know what percent, and it's probably not a bad idea. I will say this is probably going to get a little ugly. So let's go ahead and just run it and see what it looks like. And actually, that's not too bad. Okay, so that's not too bad. It's not quite as pretty as this one that goes straight across, because what this one has done is it's gone like, it's hard to see. So tally, and you've got text, and here's the different categories for text, and then you've got the count. So one person did 0 to 10 texts, 5 did 11 to 20, 3 did 21 to 30, 1 did 21 to 30 texts, 2 did 31 to 40, 1 did 41 to 50, and 9 did 50 plus. Percent-wise, that means the major percentage was, so out of the 22 people, 40.91% of the people texted or received texts 50 plus in a day. So that's kind of what this means. Then you would come over social media. So you can see that for social media, 6 people spent 0 hours, 10 spent 1 to 3, and 6 spent 4 to 6 hours on social media each day. The highest percent was that 1 to 3, with 45.45% of the 22 people spending 1 to 3 hours. So do you see how it kind of goes across that way? So here, we're going to go ahead, copy this picture, and come back over here. And we're going to put, let's see, you could put individual tally, you could put categorical counts or tallies, and then come down and paste. And there you go. So that is exactly what you would want to do for those answers, except you would be doing it with R's. You might also even want to like bold it or make it into more of a heading if you wanted, but ultimately this is what you would do to turn this in. You'll add more for your actual assignment. But that is, for now, that is how you do for your numeric data, that's how you find the descriptive statistics, and for the categorical data, that's how you find the counts or the tallies, whichever one you want to say, but it's basically the same thing.